My name is Gert. I'm the Chief Business Development Officer of Transnet, state-owned entity in South Africa. We are the operator of rail, ports and pipelines in South Africa, and one of the major players globally and a significant player on the continent. The key outcome of the session yesterday was the conversation that state-owned entities like Transnet need to work more closely in project identification and execution with the private sector and potential funders of PPPs. It is about the collaboration of the entities of state in a country, but also on the continent, to prioritize and then create the feasibility for executable projects which can be funded or delivered and executed by the private sector. The risk and reward for large infrastructure projects in South Africa and on the continent starts with political and economic stability. We all believe in the significant growth opportunity of the economy, and we are assuming that we can create stability to manage the risk. Then the risk for these big projects start and end with the feasibility of these projects. And their feasibility is driven by what cargo is moved, how will the payback work, how much subsidy will be required from governments. And it's our hypothesis to package big infrastructure development projects on the ability of the cargo owners and the freight that need to move to pay for the infrastructure projects themselves, so that you don't have to go for a sovereign or government guarantee. Transnet is proud that all our big infrastructure development projects that we do ourselves or with the private sector is not guaranteed by the South African government. We do it off the back of take or pay or commitments of cargo from cargo owners. So that is the most significant thing in terms of manage the risk and the reward for big infrastructure projects in the logistics space. I believe a conference where Africans talk about private sector involvement and PPPs and other instruments will become more and more important. My sense is that in South Africa and the rest of the continent, governments are realizing that we have a role as state-owned entities and government to enable the private sector to flourish and the economy to flourish because of a working private sector. So conferences like this open the debate, it brings people together to network and allow us to have a few crucial conversations and perhaps meet a few people with common interest to pursue some really important outcomes that we need to deliver on for the sake of the continent.